Hi everyone, this is Wade from Wade's Orchids. We're going to take a look at this plant right here. This is Psychopsis Mendenhall variety Hildos. It's got an FCC AOS. I'll hold the tag up here for you so you can get a good look at the name there. Okay, I've had this for about a year and a half, and you can't even get it all in frame here, but there's the flower spike on it, and it's bloomed a few times off of this. It's going to have many more buds on it, but also I'll bring this up real close. We have a new growth here, and the new growth is putting out another flower spike there, as you can see. And I've never had this out of the pot yet, and before it gets too much further along, I would like to see what's in here and how it's doing. Maybe put it in another pot. So we're going to unpot this here, and I'm just going to take this over to my garbage can real quick. And came out of the pot really easily, and I gave it a shake. Now let's see what we're looking at. The root system doesn't look great, to tell you the truth. I see some new roots here, but I'm glad I unpotted it. I want to get it in another pot, maybe a little bigger pot. This type of orchid here, this is Oncidium. Well, it used to be Oncidium. It's a Psychopsis now. They like growing evenly moist all the time. They're a moderately warm grower. They don't take a whole lot of light, just a bit more than Phalaenopsis. I grow them with my other Oncidiums. So I have a mix here that I'm going to put this in. It's a moisture retentive mix. And I wet this down because I have a little bit of peat moss in with it, and if I don't wet it down before I use it, the peat moss all stays on the bottom and it doesn't get in with the mix. So it's Cattleya mix with some seedling bark, some peat moss, and a little bit of sphagnum moss. Okay, the bark I use, I've mentioned before, is kiwi bark. I love kiwi bark. It lasts forever. So we're going to start here. I'm going to use this pot, and we're going to start with putting a little bit of drainage material in there, styrofoam peanuts. And I'm going to orient this so that it is going to be aligned with room for it to grow for a couple more years. Okay, and now what I like to do sometimes is I'll start with something a little more coarse, just to make sure that the drainage is really well. So this is just a handful of my Cattleya mix in there, and now we'll start filling in around the roots. You have to be very, very careful with something that has new growth, new roots coming out, or a new spike. Normally I don't recommend potting orchids that are in spike or flower, but this will always be in spike or flower. So you really have not much choice. So I'm just going to work this around here a little bit. And one thing I will say about this mix is that it packs in really well, and it firms up nicely. So we're almost done here. Just a little bit more in front here. And something very important. I got this from my friend Steve Mail, Fishing Creek Orchids. He's near Harrisburg, PA. Very good grower, has some very interesting and good plants. Okay, and I'm going to, at the bottom here, today it's August 2015, so I'll put 8/15 on it, so I know when I repotted it. And we are ready to go. Thank you very much for watching. This is Wade from Wade's Orchids. Take care.